Jennifer Lopez slaps Meghan Markle on stage at Broadway premiere for bullying her daughter Emme. What really happened at Good Night and Good Luck? By now, everyone's heard of a standing ovation at a Broadway premiere. But a standing gasp? That's new. A night of glamour turns into a viral firestorm. It was supposed to be an ordinary glamorous evening in New York City. The red carpet at the Broadway premiere of Good Night and Good Luck was abuzz with flashing cameras, designer gowns, and the kind of subtle tension that only celebrities in stilettos and secrets can bring. But no one, and we mean no one, was ready for the moment Jennifer Lopez, yes, the Jade Lo, stormed the stage in front of an elite crowd and, without hesitation, slapped Meghan Markle across the face. Not a metaphorical slap. Not a shady comment. A real, open-palmed slap. The kind that echoes off velvet curtains and ricochets through social media in seconds. And the reason? Meghan Markle allegedly bullied Jade Lo's daughter, 17-year-old Emme Maribel Muniz. Let that sink in for a moment. Because this isn't just Hollywood drama, it's a mother's fury, a daughter's silence, and a former duchess's downfall all rolled into one headline-making showdown. So, what led to this shocking moment? Why did Jennifer Lopez, known for being fiercely private when it comes to her kids, take such a public stand? And what on earth did Meghan say to Emme that warranted a literal Broadway brawl? Buckle up. This story twists harder than a Broadway plot, and we're just getting started. The red carpet that set the stage, literally. You know those events where everyone's pretending to be cool while secretly hoping something scandalous happens?
Yeah.
This was that kind of night. The Good Night and Good Luck premiere had everything. A-listers sipping champagne, Broadway legends posing for selfies, and paparazzi snapping shots of everything from glittery gowns to awkward exes bumping into each other. Meghan Markle showed up in a sleek black dress that whispered, "I'm above it all." Meanwhile, Jennifer Lopez arrived with a radiant smile and Emme at her side, the 17-year-old dressed in a classy yet edgy ensemble that screamed confidence and individuality. They didn't cross paths right away.
Not yet.
But if you looked closely, the storm clouds were already gathering. Curious what was said behind the scenes before the slap? Just wait. It gets darker. Whispers, side eyes, and the moment Emme vanished. According to eyewitnesses, and let's be honest, in a room full of influencers, every second was being filmed. Emme seemed off after a quick backstage interaction with Meghan. She looked like she'd just been sucker-punched emotionally. One guest told a popular gossip site. She literally went from smiling to looking like she wanted to disappear. That's when Jade Lo reportedly noticed something was wrong. Being a mother bear isn't just instinct for her. It's her brand. From the moment Emme was born, Lopez has been hyper-protective of their space, their choices, and their mental health. So, when she saw her daughter clutching her phone, eyes red, looking shaken and trying to put on a brave face, Jade Lo didn't need to ask twice. She marched straight to the source. But what could Meghan have possibly said that would trigger a mother to cause a scene in front of Broadway's elite? Let's peel back the curtain. The alleged words that set Jade Lo off. It's being whispered through every Hollywood grapevine that Meghan made a snide, patronizing comment to Emme about her looks, specifically targeting her outfit and how she didn't seem like a Lopez. Imagine being 17, surrounded by media scrutiny, trying to forge your own identity, only to have a global figure essentially imply you're not measuring up to your mother's image. To Emme, who identifies as non-binary and has bravely stepped into the public eye while remaining grounded, it hit hard. She's not just anyone. That's Meghan Markle. When someone like that says you don't fit in, it sticks, said a friend of Emme's who chose to stay anonymous. And Jennifer? She was done. The slap heard round the theater. Let's set the scene. The lights dim. The audience quiets down. The curtain is about to rise. Suddenly, Jade Lo walks up the aisle, straight past stunned attendees, climbs the steps onto the stage, and confronts Meghan Markle, who's standing near the front row, possibly preparing to take a seat. Without warning, the slap happens. Not aggressive, not violent, but powerful enough to silence a room of 800 people. And then came the line that might as well be in the next Oscar-nominated script. "Don't ever speak to my daughter again." And just like that, She turned and walked off. Cue gasps. Cue stunned silence. Cue Twitter exploding within seconds. Social media reacts. Team J.Lo or Team Meghan. You already know Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram went wild. Hashtag Team JLo began trending faster than Emme could blink. Fans applauded Jennifer for standing up for her child. Tweets ranged from, "Finally, a mother who shows up," to "This is why we stan Jenny from the block." But not everyone was on her side. A few royal loyalists claimed the moment was unprofessional, saying Lopez should have handled it privately, and accusing her of creating unnecessary drama. Still, others pointed out that when it comes to bullying, especially of teens, no mother should stay silent. So, here's the real question. What happens when two powerful women with global followings clash in the most public way possible? Keep reading because the fallout is just beginning. Emme speaks out. "I'm tired of being compared." While the internet was still recovering from the collective slap shock, Emme Muniz did something most celebrity kids never dare to do. She spoke out. No press release. No PR-approved statement. Just a raw, real post on her private, but leaked, Instagram story. The words? "I'm tired of being compared. I'm not my mom, and I'm not here to be anyone's version of me but mine. Please stop." 4 lines. That's it. But somehow, it said everything. For years, Emme has walked a fine line between being J.Lo's daughter and being a normal teen just trying to figure out life. She sang with her mom at the Super Bowl, appeared in glam photo shoots, and yet always looked slightly unsure, like someone caught between a spotlight and a shadow. So when Meghan Markle, a woman who has spoken publicly about her own struggle for identity within the royal family, allegedly mocked Emme's attempt to just be herself, the irony wasn't lost on anyone. Isn't it wild when the people preaching about kindness forget to practice it? Backlash begins. Meghan's reputation takes another hit. If Meghan thought the media storm around her departure from the royal family was rough, she wasn't ready for this. Within hours, hashtags like #MeanMeghan and #NotSoDuchess started trending. Fashion bloggers reshared past awkward interactions Meghan had with other women. Body language experts broke down her smirk during J.Lo's confrontation. Even Oprah memes resurfaced because of course they did. But the real sting? Hollywood moms began to unfollow Meghan on Instagram. Gwyneth Paltrow? Gone. Reese Witherspoon? Bye. Kris Jenner? Silent, but suspiciously liked a tweet that read, "I'd slap her too, if she came for my kid." You could almost hear the royal exit door creak open again. Let's be real. Who hasn't wanted to defend their kid like that? Pause for a second and think. What would you do if someone insulted your child in front of a crowd? No, seriously. Be honest. Because this isn't just about celebrities. It's about that universal feeling of wanting to protect the people we love. Whether it's a rude teacher, a playground bully, or a passive-aggressive mom at the PDA, we've all had that moment where we wanted to stand up and say, "Back off. That's my kid you're messing with." J.Lo just happened to have her moment on Broadway. With stage lights and cameras. And maybe, just maybe, it's why so many parents, especially moms, are cheering her on. But what happened next might just change the trajectory of both their careers. Damage control. Meghan's PR machine goes into overdrive. Within 24 hours, Meghan's team had a statement ready. It read, "The Duchess of Sussex would never intentionally hurt a young person. Any misunderstanding with Emme is deeply regretted, and Meghan remains a supporter of individuality and kindness." Sounds smooth, right? Absolutely. Let's continue and bring even more emotional depth and value to this story, while keeping it light, engaging, and packed with meaning. This final stretch will highlight the broader cultural impact of the incident, what it says about modern motherhood, and offer readers inspiration and action. When fame meets family, the truth behind the headlines. It's easy to dismiss stories like this as just another chapter in the never-ending saga of celebrity drama. But peel back the glitter, and you'll see something surprisingly relatable. Because beneath the designer gowns and security teams, these are two mothers navigating one of life's most universal truths. Parenting is personal. And protecting your child? That's primal. Jennifer Lopez didn't just react because she's a celebrity mom. She reacted because she's a mom, period. The moment she saw pain on Emmy's face, every award she'd ever won, every performance she'd ever given, none of it mattered. Only one thing did: her child. And let's be real, how many of us have let things slide for the sake of appearances, only to go home and stew in regret? Maybe J.Lo gave us all permission to stop doing that. The silent pain of celebrity kids. Being a celebrity kid isn't all red carpets and designer sneakers. In fact, it often comes with a heavy price. Zero privacy, constant comparisons, and pressure to live up to a name you didn't ask for. Emme has grown up in the shadow of one of the most iconic women in the world. She's been watched, judged, and now bullied by someone who should have known better. And yet, she showed immense courage by posting her truth. There's something deeply powerful about a 17-year-old quietly saying, "I'm tired of being compared." That's a line that echoes. Because haven't we all, at some point, just wanted to be seen for who we are, not who people expect us to be? It's not just Emmy's story. It's everyone's. What this means for Meghan, and the bigger picture. Let's take a second to talk about Meghan Markle, not as the Duchess, but as the woman she says she wants to be. Meghan has long positioned herself as a voice for mental health, kindness, and female empowerment. She's talked openly about being misunderstood and mistreated, especially by the media. But the moment you become the source of someone else's pain, especially a teenager, you owe it to the world and yourself to reflect and make it right. Is Meghan canceled?
No.
That's not productive. Is she being called out for behavior that doesn't match her message? Absolutely. And honestly, this is a reminder to all of us. It's easy to